Hello, Lewis and Clark Campus Living RAs. My name is Jessica Karen, and I am the Area Director for SOA Halls and Campus Living. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the online summer training modules that we have available to you through Moodle. This is a requirement of your RA role, so I want to make sure that it is a smooth process for you to participate in. And I've been working this year with our online training committee made up of myself, Aria Valdez, who is our graduate assistant for Campus Living, and Hannah Creasy, who was one of our lead RAs this past year. And what we've done this year is really try to pare down the Moodle training to make it be strictly foundational knowledge that you can access through the summer months to help you have a smoother process when you return for your fall RA training and for you to refer back to whenever you are in the RA role and helping your residents through the year. If you're a returning RA, this Moodle is going to look particularly different for you as we are not going to make you redo much of the training that you've done in the past. Since we've tried to make this more foundational, all we're going to ask of you all is to take a quiz to show us that you know what you're doing, which hopefully you do after a year or more of being in the RA role. And once that is completed and graded by your AD, and we can tell that you have the knowledge that you need, you will be done with your Moodle training and can continue on with your lives. So we hope that makes you happy. We know that your time is precious and valuable. For those of you that do need to take this training, however, I'm going to show you what the training includes. It has a number of different topics that you'll be required to move through, but within those topics, there are different pieces of the modules that you'll need to complete in order for that topic to be covered. So today we are going to log in. If you don't know how to get to the Moodle, you just go to moodle.lclark.edu. Go over to the right-hand corner over here, and you'll click Login. Enter in your LC information and then log in. And in your dashboard here, you will have a view of where your progress is in the Moodle, and that's based off of how many boxes you've clicked, and I'll show you what that means later. And then down here are your different courses. Assuming that you've used this for classes before, you'll know what that looks like, but down here you'll see Campus Living Resident Advisors, and you'll click on that. Now, my Moodle is going to look slightly different than yours because I'm an administrator and a teacher within the course. So you see I have this hidden from students here. That means that I have blocked all of you from seeing this at this moment, and I also have access to grades and badges and things like that. So don't be worried about these things. They may not pop up on your end. They will not. But some things you will see when you log in is orientation will pop up right away at the top. You'll have a little progress area here. And then over on the side here to the left, you will see all the folders for the different topics that you'll be required to complete in the course. So we have a number of different things for you to do. Each of these will take about a half an hour to an hour once you get through everything. So make sure that you're using your time wisely. New RAs, you'll have access to this from the beginning of July, so you have plenty of time to move through the motions here. The other side on the right hand, if we have any topics that we want to post, like JB posted something last July here, you were able to look at this. As you can see, Moodle went active July 19th based on what he posted, so you can click on that. If we have any upcoming events, they'll pop here. I really added just when training starts and things like that. So as you get closer to August and your training comes up, that'll all pop up in here. And then, oh, accidentally clicked on the calendar. You can see what that looks like. Go back here. And then recent activities of things that you've done over here. So today we're going to operate out of the Campus Living Orientation section since that pops up first, and we have all of a variety of icons in this area. So in this section, we have a little note for you at the beginning, just a little welcome, as well as our pretty little faces for you to stare at. So that'll be the first thing you see when you log in. Aren't you so lucky? Once you read that note, and not every section has a note, but once you read this one, you can scroll down, and down here you will see all of the sections that you need to complete in order to be done with the orientation part of your training. I'm going to explain what each little icon means to you, as well as how you complete that section, which are these check boxes here. I'll go ahead and uncheck them. I'm going to check a couple so you can see. The first one, and the one you will most commonly see is in this RA Basics area, is it looks like a sheet of paper with a little dog ear on the end. That means that we have embedded a page within this particular thing that you're going to click on. And for us, it will almost exclusively mean an embedded PowerPoint of some kind. We've really tried to minimize the amount of things that you have to download whenever you're using the Moodle. And so for us, we wanted the PowerPoints to be accessed within the Moodle itself rather than you downloading the PowerPoint, viewing it, and then going back. So if you click on that, you can see the embedded PowerPoint here. It takes up almost the whole screen. We did try to design it to be large. So you could just watch it this way if you wanted to, or you can make it full screen by just going to this little box down here. That looks like, and you click through it just like you would any other PowerPoint. But if you do want to just watch it like this, you have the little next buttons there to click through. If we have a video embedded in it, all you need to do is push play. There will be no automatic videos playing, just so you have time to process everything. And every PowerPoint will end with a list of things you need to do next. So PowerPoints will start at the beginning of every lesson almost, so you can kind of count on that. Once you're done, go back to Campus Living Orientation, and you'll click the box at the end of that section saying, hey, I've completed this. I've viewed the entire PowerPoint. Sometimes it'll be clicked automatically because it can kind of tell whenever you've gone through everything. But if it's not, go ahead and click it. It shows that you've done this because we can see what you've done on your end, or on our end. And in some cases, you won't be able to access these next things until you've clicked that box and shown that you've completed it. So that's something to keep in mind. The next icon you'll see is these little linked pages. That means we have a lesson plan in there or a page that's standing alone, which is in this case, we created a term bank for you. So if you go to that and you click on it, it'll pop up just as a regular old page. And again, you'll see some things that I have only access to because I'm a teacher. And when you finish reading through that page, there will be a button at the end. That button will either take you to the next page in something, or in this case, it'll take you to show that you've completed the lesson. And so go back to orientation. And again, click the box to show that you've finished that section. This little PDF document means we've downloaded some kind of external document that you need to read through. So make sure you're doing that. In this case, this is the compass, which are your RA manual. And then these little text message boxes here means that there is a little back and forth forum for you and other RAs to communicate in over a particular topic that we've assigned. And the information for that topic will be listed in when you click on it. The next, with this little check mark here, that means there's a quiz of some kind. In this case, there is a pre-test that we want you to take prior to moving into any of the other topics that we have, so that we can see from where you're starting out what kind of knowledge you bring to the table. It's okay to get things wrong when you're taking this pre-test. It's okay to get things wrong in any of the tests. It helps us see where you need more training. It helps us see where we need to work with you. So make sure that you're doing that to your best ability. No need to cheat. I promise you that it's more helpful if you just do it the way you can. We'll have this test available to you again at the end of your online training, so that you can show us what you've learned through the online training, and hopefully again at the end of fall training, just so we can see that you're getting what you actually need out of this and that it's not a waste of your time. So that's important to make sure that you're doing. And then this final icon here, this little folder, means that there's a resource folder. Every section of training in this Moodle will contain a resource folder. And why we have that is so that we could pare down the trainings to make them more basic. And then any additional information that we think that you'll find helpful, but not necessarily needed in order for you to progress in your training will be located here. Or maybe there's old presentations that are great that we think that you might need, they'll be there. Now, this folder is the one piece of each section that is not required for you to go through. You don't have the time to do it, that's okay. It's just there to be helpful and to give you additional information should you want it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So everything else here, required. Folder, not required. So that is that. The one other icon I want to show you that's not listed in here, if we go down to FERPA training on the side, it looks like a page with a little globe on the side. That means that we have embedded a web page within this. So FERPA is very basic because Lewis and Clark provides training online. So you're just going to click on that. And instead of going to another page, you'll see the FERPA page of the website pop up, and it's fully operational, so you can click next, go through everything, read everything, and get your certificate for FERPA without ever leaving the Moodle page. So that's a really important thing for you to have, but that is kind of the final icon that's going to be important for you. Like I said, it's important that you complete everything so that we can see that. And really take advantage of this, because I think I mentioned this in your in-person training, but this is essentially the foundation for the house you're building when you go into RA training. These trainings are designed to cover basic things like terminology, to give you an idea of what some things look like before you have to kind of dabble in them. It's not designed to be all-inclusive for the most part, because you'll have follow-up training when you return to campus in your fall training. And that's going to help you kind of put everything together. You will have access to this even when you get back from fall training, and then eventually during the fall we'll move like PowerPoints and stuff into a separate folder so that you have access to that as an RA, but you don't have to see all of these different things popping up on your screen. So that is it for the Moodle. If you have questions, please feel free to email me directly, or Ariel Valdez. She will also be out at an internship, but answering some emails. You can also email your AD and have them send on questions to us. If for some reason you don't have access to the Moodle over the summer, please work with your AD so that they can get you sorted and make sure that you have all of the information you need. I look forward to seeing you in the fall, and please have a wonderful rest of your summer. Goodbye.